My question is to the Premier. Speaker, for 5 weeks, the world has watched in horror the unspeakable suffering of the Ukrainian people and saluted their incredible courage. In my community, Londoners are ready and waiting to welcome Ukrainians fleeing Putin's illegal invasion into their homes. But Ola Nowasad from the London Ukrainian Congress contacted me to say host families are worried they may have to cover healthcare costs for Ukrainians who won't have OHIP coverage right away. On top of routine healthcare needs, many Ukrainians have experienced significant physical and mental trauma. They and all who flee to Canada for refuge deserve access to comprehensive healthcare when they arrive. Speaker, will this government commit to waiving the OHIP waiting period for Ukrainians and those seeking refuge in Ontario?
To reply, Minister of Health.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the member opposite for the question. This is a really important issue because what's happening in Ukraine right now is horrifying and absolutely heartbreaking to all of us. And so we're all asking ourselves, what can we do individually and as a government to help people who are fleeing the country right now? I can advise that right now we do have 5 pediatric patients at the Hospital for Sick Children who need oncology assistance. They are here now with their families. There's more that we can do, however, and this is something that is a subject of urgent discussion within the Ministry of Health and across all of our ministries to understand what we can do to help, recognizing that people will need significant both physical health and mental health needs when they do come to Canada and when they do come to Ontario.
Supplementary.
Speaker, the UN High Commissioner for Refugees reports that over 4 million Ukrainians have fled their home country, and tens of thousands of those people have already applied for entry into Canada. Ontario must be ready to support Ukrainians when they arrive. Quebec, British Columbia and Newfoundland have all announced that they will waive health coverage waiting periods for Ukrainians entering the province under the Canada-Ukraine Authorization for Emergency Travel. More than 12,000 people have already signed an online petition asking Ontario to do the same. I ask again, Speaker, will this government commit right now to following the lead of the other provinces and waive the OHIP waiting period for Ukrainians and others seeking refuge in Ontario? Thank you.
Members will please take their seats. Minister of Health to reply.
Thank you. Well, we certainly recognize that Canada has a responsibility to take in refugees from Ukraine, as many other countries have done as well. And of course, you will know that it's the federal government's responsibility to indicate how many and when they will be able to come in. But we will be ready. We do recognize that Ontario also has a responsibility. I can't commit specifically right as of this moment what we will be able to do, but I can tell you that waiving coverage for OHIP is something that is specifically and urgently being discussed by our government right now.